Let's talk about the humanity of NFL players, athletes. Obviously, it's not just the NFL, but just what athletes are having to endeavor playing in this pandemic, and also in this world where we're just so stat crazy and focused on what's going on fantasy-wise. And two players playing this weekend had remarkable post-game press conference moments that I want to play for you to just bring it home. That we heard, as you know, Cameron Jordan mention a couple weeks ago after the Saints obliterated the Bucs on Sunday night. We had him calling the very next morning, and he was telling us that, you know, he stays in a separate room when he comes home from road trips because he's afraid of giving the virus to his family until he's tested and free, best he can tell. And also, these guys going and they have to go through these protocols every day. And their families, some, they're not even around because of this virus. Here was Raheem Mostert yesterday, and I'm sure many of you are excited to see Raheem Mostert play, certainly because you've been waiting for him to return on your fantasy team. He did fumble once and he did score a touchdown, but there's more to it for Raheem Mostert, that's for sure.
One thing I would like to say, though, no matter what we go through, we're a team, and we truly believe that, we're going to take care of each other. We're going to look after each other. I mean, if you think about my situation, I left my family back at home to be a part of something like this, and I don't take anything for granted. I try to do my best to make sure that me, the people around me, my teammates, everybody, the whole organization is looking, after each other, and that's one thing that I pride myself on. So for me personally, it's been a struggle, not having my little family. Sorry if I get a little emotional, but it's really tough, and I miss them so much. And it's a fight out here every day. You're fighting for your life, and I just want people to understand that it's just not football players. It's the whole organization. It's everybody. People have to make sacrifices out here, and I sacrifice to leave my family behind so that way I can make a living for them. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say, really.
And that got me right in the gut when I saw that yesterday. And the 49ers, as you know now, as a group, are going to have to be in Arizona right around the holiday times too. The fact that they won that game yesterday and that they might actually make the playoffs, we'll see what happens in December, remarkable. And then there's the case of Kendall Hinton. You want to talk about, trying to make ends meet. A month ago, he was in sales. Over the weekend, he was a practice squad player who was told, you're going to be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. And he had to go, what? He went 1 for 9, 13 yards, and 2 interceptions. That does not matter. What he did yesterday, I thought, out of the stat line, forget it. What he did was remarkable. Not the way he envisioned making his first career NFL start. Certainly not a quarterback for the Denver Broncos, but against the New Orleans Saints like that. This is what he had to say after his performance yesterday.
I can easily say, this has been the most eventful 24 hours of my life. But, when I got the call, it was pure excitement. Of course, there was nerves and disbelief, but, the encouragement the team have gave me and, guys just keeping me up the whole time, they made it a lot easier for me. A month ago, I was selling fundraisers, and just trying to scrape up what I could, trying to stay in shape and figuring out what was next. I always kept that positive attitude about, what was next and when it came to football. But, reality did hit, and, I kind of started having to be an adult.
I sure hope. Now, I know that this is a business, and my gosh, the NFL stands for not for long. I sure hope that performance yesterday and being there in the manner in which he had to be there earns him a spot on the Broncos at the position that he is being paid to play at wide receiver. I think he has earned the right to make this roster for a game, at least the rest of the year. He's earned that right. pressed into service in that way. He didn't think he would ever be playing against the Saints at all, let alone at quarterback. My gosh. And we talk about, boy, what a horrible line that was for him and his stat line. It's not about the stats. It's about the heart and the want to and the humanity of the situation that mandates, in my mind, an opportunity for him to get a shot at receiver and see what he could do there. He's earned it. He's earned it. So we're always talking about this and that and the other thing in fantasy football. And, you know, I get caught up in it too. But let's not forget about the people inside the helmet and also the NBA players and the WNBA players and all the players who have been playing NHL, MLB in this pandemic and trying their hearts out. I say thank you to them.